Good afternoon guys and welcome back. So today we're going to be doing a DIY home wheel alignment on a 2005 Jeep TJ. There's not a lot of adjustment in the front of these unless you go aftermarket parts to adjust the caster and camber. So the really only adjustment you can do is toe in and toe out, which is fine because it's pulling slightly to one way. So we want to toe it in so it pulls straight, well, drive straight down the road. It doesn't pull down the road, drive straight down the road. So first thing is we're going to make measurements. I've set up these little blocks of wood on either side. So next step is grabbing a tape measure and measuring from that point there of the piece of wood to this point here. It's really hard to do with one hand, but I've taken my measurements and it's towing out just a little bit. I want it to toe in so it goes straight down the road. So I've got my measurements. I know I just need to adjust that toe out to toe in just a little bit. So to adjust it, you'll see your tie rod end connects to one end. My driver's on both ends, as you can see there. So with a 13mm nut and socket, all you want to do is just loosen that off just a little bit so you can create a bit of movement. Now you may face a bit of resistance, so just get maybe like a blowtorch or something to heat it up just to loosen that off, because what you'll be doing is, see this bar that runs all across here, that's your track bar. So we'll be turning this to adjust it either toe in or toe out depending on which one you want to do. So we want to be towing out at the moment, we don't want it to toe in. So we've loosened both sides there and there. So you can do this with either it's a crappy angle, so I'm using like a vice grip sort of things at the moment to lock it in and pull tight, because it's going to be quite tight to rotate that bar, unless you've got aftermarket ones where you can adjust it by each end. But at the moment I'm running stock. You guys might be running stock as well, but I am in need of an upgrade. So if anyone can recommend a sort of cheap budget, not budget, but sort of on the cheaper side of things, good like steering upgrades for a 2005 Jeep TJ. I'm thinking about doing I think it's the WJ V8 Cherokee upgrade. Apparently that's a really nice upgrade. It's got thicker tubing, less like the bend tank, a little bit more heavy duty. But today we're just adjusting the toe in and toe out. So mine was quite tight, but yeah, it will start rotating this sleeve that runs across there when we tie rod in to your drag link. And then what I've already done is I've readjusted mine and then I've re-measured it, and it's so close. I'm probably 3 centimeters out of being absolutely perfect. Now that's perfect by eye. That's perfect by eye in 2 pieces of wood. So it might be a little bit further out when I take it to an actual wheel alignment shop and get them to do it. But for driving down the road and driving to work, it's pretty damn good. I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. I can actually let go of the steering wheel and it's going to drive just a little bit, but it actually drives pretty damn straight. So I'm really happy with that. So all you want to do then is, so you've adjusted it, you've done your re-measurements, you're happy with your calculations that it's towing in. I think you want to tow in about 1/8 of an inch. I'm towing in just under that, so I'm really happy with that. But 1/8 of an inch towing in on both sides, towing in would be absolutely perfect. So after you've done your recalculations, just go along, get a socket, your 13mm socket again, and push it away, and just tighten your bolts back up again, and then tighten up, and just take your measurement again, make sure nothing's changed. You may bump it, or just, it's better to double check before you do everything back up really tight. So I've double checked everything, everything's really tight, especially with your steering. You don't want stuff to come loose. Don't over tighten it with like a big breaker bar or anything, but just go along, make sure it's all tight. Any loose components in your steering will probably cause death wobble. I'll be doing a video a bit later on about my depth of wobble and what's caused it and how I fixed it. It's a really simple fix. So I'll be making a whole video on my experience with depth of wobble, how I fix it. It's really easy. I'll be making a video on my depth of wobble and how I fix it. It's really simple. Can't believe it took me so long to try and figure it out. It's just one little thing, one little loose component in my steering that stuffed it all up. So just make sure all your bolts and stuff are nice and tight, and that's pretty much it. Those two pieces of wood at both ends work really well to get a nice straight measurement, and then all you have to do is loosen the two 13mm bolts and make your adjustment and remeasure it. It's that simple. It's not rocket science. Anybody can do this at home. It's super easy. If I can do it at home, you guys can do it at home. I'm not a professional. I'm just some guy sitting underneath his house in his garage just playing with his Jeep. Just probably like you guys at home, but probably in a fancy garage. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. A really simple, easy video. I hope this has saved you guys some money or a bit of heartache trying to adjust your tow in and tow out. Again, there's not a lot of adjustment in the front of Jeeps because they're a solid axle vehicle. Unless you run aftermarket parts to adjust the camber and caster, but yeah, who's got money for that? But save you some money, try and do it yourself first. If it's not right, spend 80 bucks or whatever it is, take it to a wheel alignment shop, knock it out in half an hour. But this probably took yeah, probably just under half an hour with setting it all up, cutting the pieces of wood, taking the measurements, everything like that. So it doesn't take an entire day just to check over things and just make life a little bit easier when you're driving to work in your Jeep. So that's pretty much it. That's it for today, guys. That's it for today, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 500 subscribers. I'll be announcing a giveaway. The giveaway will be at 1,000 subscribers. So we've still got a bit of way to go, but it's a really awesome giveaway, and it's going to be very personal to whoever wins it. It's going to be a one-off thing just for the winner, personal to therefore drive a Jeep into themselves. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, add a comment if you've got anything to add or something that I've said wrong or done wrong, or you've got something that I can do better. Really like to improve and make you guys better videos. So that's it for today. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys next week.